Hi everybody, it's Dr. Lisa with Healthy Fit Physical Therapy. I'm here with a very quick fit tip for you today. We're just going to briefly talk about joint protection, and the joint that I'm going to focus on today are the knees. They're very, very important for all of us, and the cartilage in between the knees is very sensitive to the abuse that we put our bodies through on a regular basis. So just two quick tips I want to tell you about for protecting your knee joints to keep them from being painful and maybe to offset and delay the need for surgical intervention such as scopes or knee replacements in the future. You want to be really mindful about the way you stand. A lot of us in life, especially if we're standing for a long period of time, we stand with our knees hyperextended, or locked is another term that people use. And I was guilty of this for many years until I went to physical therapy school and learned that pressure is just too much for the cartilage in between the knees. So now, instead of locking my knees back where I have that bold position, I make it a point to just have a very slight bend in my knees. And when you first do that, it feels very odd if you're not used to, keeping that position of your knees. But what it does is it forces some muscle contractions to be taking place between the quadricep muscle on the front of the thigh and the hamstring muscle on the back of the thigh. And that, in addition to saving your cartilage and all of your connective tissues between your knee, is worth the discomfort or the new transition that you have to go through. The second thing I want to recommend is when kneeling, I suggest that all of my patients really avoid kneeling on hard surfaces. That can be very damaging to the knees, bearing that weight through your kneecap. It just really wasn't created for that. So I suggest that people avoid getting on their knees unless they're on a carpeted surface, or even a carpeted surface or a non-carpeted surface. I suggest people use a pillow or some type of foam. So real simple here. If I'm kneeling in front of my bench and I go down into a position on my knees, this is going to disperse some of that force and that load that you feel through your kneecaps and just be, less damaging for you. So, really quickly, your two fit tips for joint protection as it relates to the knee is to, one, avoid knee hyperextension. Keep your knees slightly bent when you're standing. And then two, use some type of a cushion between your knees and the floor when you have to get on your knees, okay? So let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, share, ask any questions, any feedback you have. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in.